Hey, hold on.
Oh, you're a cop? You're a police officer?
These are moments when police officers turned out to be predators. Meet this Clay County officer who, on December 8th, 2020, was confronted by an angry civilian who was live streaming on Facebook Live from his phone and accusing the officer of having inappropriate conversations with their 14-year-old relative. The civilian would actually turn out to be Nathan Waits, and he allegedly had erotic messages between the officer and one of his decoys messages that he was about to confront him with while he was on duty as a school resource officer.
You know my 14-year-old niece. I'll put it that way. That you've been texting for a couple months. You know her, the one you want bikini pictures from, the one you want to wrestle and meet at her house when her mother's gone. Do I need to pull up the chats? I got her phone right here. So what are we gonna do about this? You're a Leo. Are you kidding me? Do you not think that's inappropriate to ask her for bikini pics? Now you know what you can and can't say to go to prison. Otherwise, I'd have the ICAC detective here with me. What do you have to say about that? That's my niece. What would you do if it was your niece? Do you want to wrestle? Do you see my ears? Do you want to wrestle a man like me? Is that what you want to do? Because I'm sure we can find a school around here that has some wrestling mats. Do you want to pin me down? Do you think I'm smart enough to know what you're going to do after you pin me down? I didn't want to do this in front of any kids or anything like that. Okay, well, no, and I'm going to be out of here before any kids are around.
You want to talk?
How do you think I feel when that's my 14-year-old niece? And you're working at a school? Are you kidding me? To Leos. You know that? I back the blue. I work with law enforcement constantly. Just take that badge off, 1042. You should take that belt off and take your home. Is what you should do. I'm gonna let you get back to work, but I wanted you to see my face and see the man that's gonna be watching for you. I know everything about you, everything, all right? If you ever come near my niece or you come near any children, I'm gonna be there, and so are the ICAC detectives, all right? Bye.
Video of the confrontation received thousands of views on Facebook and Reddit within hours of uploading, and once the department caught wind of the accusations, the officer was placed on administrative leave that same day. The officer resigned during the month-long investigation, but the Clay County Sheriff's Office released a statement in January of 2021, neither confirming nor denying the allegations. The investigation determined that the officer was not speaking to a child, but an adult. Further, those actions were not criminal in nature. Such behaviors are highly inappropriate, but not outside the parameters of the law. Through our investigation, we do not believe the officer was speaking with any other underage individuals. While that officer might have dodged a bullet, the next one wouldn't be able to avoid accountability after committing several crimes in the line of duty.
Hey, hold on.
On January 5th, 2019, Haley Coates was pulled over while driving a van containing her boyfriend and several family members. The two officers conducting the stop were Officer Tyler Gelnet, who'd joined the force just months prior, and his training officer. During the stop, Officer Gelnet and his partner demanded everyone out of the car, at which point Officer Gelnet was tasked with body searching Kali.
Do me a favor, bring her back here, okay? This is one time it's best to bring her back here because of the traffic on Greenwood, okay?
All right.
He's pat me down. Wait, okay, go ahead.
Good.
Yeah.
You don't care about checking out, do you?
As his training officer watched on, Officer Gelnet proceeded to aggressively grab Kaylee's crotch area and slid his hand in her underwear. The search became so intrusive and inappropriate that the training officer had to stop him.
Hey, hold on. Stop. Time out. Go back there.
So rude.
Ma'am, do you have anything on you?
No.
Okay. Can you do me a favor? Just hang tight right here, okay?
Can I just shut the door?
Yeah. You can shut the door and is that your daughter?
He's training.
He's training.
Yeah, he's supposed to call a woman to really actually find it down.
Actually, it's with male officers, it's supposed to be the back of the hand. Ma'am, listen to me. Ma'am, you turn.
I'm sorry.
No,
It's
okay.
just the way he did.
He's a new officer. I'm training him.
What his fingers?
That's why.
I'm sorry. I thought only a female. I don't have anything on me.
Ma'am.
Only a female officer.
Males can search females, but we're supposed to use the back line.
That's a violation right
So
there.
that's why as soon as I saw him, I stopped him, told him to go to the back of the park. Okay? It's all being recorded. I want to let you know that. I want you to reassure you of that, okay? Listen.
It was just, I've never had nobody.
I know.
It was awkward.
As soon as I saw it, that's why I stopped him. And I want to personally apologize to you, okay?
Yes.
I want to personally apologize.
Following a search of her vehicle, Kaylee was sent on her way, and later on, the training officer reported the incident to the chief. The matter was investigated, but shockingly, despite video proof of the assault, Officer Gelnet maintained his position at the Louisville Metro PD. But new Officer Gelnet would wind up in even deeper trouble 10 months later after it was discovered that he'd pocketed marijuana from numerous arrests between December of 2019 and April of 2020, and even gave his then-girlfriend some of the drugs. As a result, he was charged with official misconduct and trafficking marijuana, and resigned from the department days later. In February of 2021, he took a plea deal and was sentenced to 2 years of probation, punishable by a 3-month sentence if he breaks any of his probation conditions. If you thought that was horrifying to watch, imagine what would have happened if this next suspect had successfully driven off with a teenage boy.
Oh, you're a cop? You're a police officer?
In 2022, a man arrived in a pickup truck to a predestined location with the hopes of picking up a 14-year-old boy he'd met online. But he was taken by surprise when instead of being approached by a teenager, he was confronted by the child's father, who had record of their inappropriate conversations.
Do you want to call your boss before I do? Yeah, go ahead, erase it all, buddy. Erase it all. Erase it all. You guys see it? Erasing it. He's erasing it. Erase it all.
I'm videoing in my car.
I'm video wherever the I want to. Do something about it, you pussy. Do something about it, you pussy.
You have a release?
Do something about it, you pussy. Come out here. Yeah, grab your gun. Really? Oh, you're a cop? You're a police officer?
The man in the truck flashed a badge at the angry father in an attempt to get him to back off. But after realizing the predator was a cop, the father only became louder and more irate.
You're a cop, bro. What are you doing, man? What are you doing? Don't you think the cops got enough on their plate already? What department do you work for out here?
I don't work for them anymore.
Okay, well, here you go. Here you go.
Unbeknownst to the officer, the witness had already contacted the authorities, who promptly arrived to investigate.
He pulled his badge on me. He's an officer.
Sit on the curb for a minute.
You got it, sir. You got it. Problem, he's liked minors for 4 or 5 years.
Is this your address?
Yeah. Well, that one. Right there. Yep.
So that's your house?
That's my house. Then we were talking, well, his mom, somebody must have called him because I live streamed this. And he went to his truck, he was gonna drive off. I told him I was calling the police, and he pulled his badge out of the center console, and he's like, "You're harassing an officer of the law." Pulled his police badge out on me. He told me he was a cop. Told me he was a security guard at first, but yeah, right now he just pulled out his badge at the center console, and he's like, "You're harassing a cop." He's like, "Back the f*** up." Got it all recorded where he said he was here to have sex with a 14-year-old.
Okay.
I got all the chat logs right here. I have one more phone right in there. I can grab it for you. It's the first, 6 where he says he's 14, where I say I'm 14 and he's okay.
And what's the paper?
That's just what he said. I just write it down so when I'm talking to him, yeah, and you can have it all. You sure
you
can.
don't need this?
No, not at all.
The witness provided the officers with all of the evidence he had before returning home and leaving the police department to investigate. However, the conclusion of the investigation was never released, and it's yet unclear if the officer in question is still employed. But this next officer won't be after detectives found evidence that he snuck off to have relations with a suspect. On August 15, 2023, Officer Anthony Hare was on patrol when he received a request for backup from officers who were conducting an arrest nearby. Officers on scene had removed a man and a woman from a stolen vehicle, and the female suspect in particular had a bench warrant for her arrest. When Officer Hare arrived, the couple was already in handcuffs, and he was tasked with escorting the female suspect to the police station and jail.
No weapons. All right, go ahead and stand up for me. Yeah, maybe it's roll over first. Yeah, roll over. All right, when you want. Okay, we're just gonna mount my car right here, okay?
Can I put on my shirt?
Yeah. Somewhere want to get something to drink?
No. So I don't mind it. Honestly, I don't even know why we're doing this shit. We don't have to do were gonna go for long time.
Where are you guys going? It's Officer Hare at the San Diego Police Department. I'm just calling just to confirm a warrant. Officer Hare? H-A-I-R. Hold on 1 second. Let me get that for you. Alright. Okay, yeah, it's confirmed. She's gonna send over the don't. Right? That's all I'm doing.
I have nothing, bro. I have nothing but a
So when they do their scanner and everything, they're not gonna find anything. Right,
No. Or my makeup, it's just something. I need that for when I gotta do.
Okay, yeah.
It's in a backpack.
Okay.
Yes. But I don't want everything, but I just want
Just the makeup.
it has
Going to jail tonight for stolen vehicle.
For what?
Okay.
How did I go and steal a car?
Okay, so you guys saw me driving out of the parking lot 7-Eleven, okay? I'm driving by, I run the plate, it comes back as stolen.
I didn't drive no car.
Okay. I see you guys walk inside, I wait till you guys come out, and you don't even attempt to come back to the car, okay?
Well,
You
look,
attempt to walk
can I-
away.
can I-
and then she asked me to get her makeup bag out of the car. I go and get her bag. I have to search it because she wants to
Yeah,
take
of
it
course,
with her in jail. So I search it. Inside, I find a prescription with your name on it.
Yes, that's our stuff. Listen,
Right?
it's embarrassing.
So that's
I
why.
told you my medicine that I have medicine.
Oh, not there though. You said it was at your boy's house.
Okay, but look, it's embarrassing to tell you that we wanted to get whatever was in that car, bro. We went in that car. Yes, it was cold. She wanted a blanket. Dog. We had our stuff. We weren't planning on you guys stopping us or seeing what we're gonna get from that car.
Okay, I'm gonna move you over to my car and talk more about this.
After confirming that the female had a warrant, she was secured inside Officer Hare's patrol car and transported to the police station to be processed. The suspect was processed and charged with no issue, and as planned, Officer Hare loaded her back into the car to be driven to jail. And it's at this point that things began to heat up inside the patrol car.
You're gonna come with me to my car? So let's go.
Oh, you said it. You heard him when he said it.
Oh, let's go.
About asking me.
Yeah, this way. Walk across the street.
He said he was gonna ask me. What's it? Why you holding me one?
I'm not mean.
Bro, you're the only
mean.
dick, bro.
No,
Honestly.
once we get into the car, okay? I got your duffel, not your duffel bag, but the drawstring bag and all of that. Your makeup.
Not really. When you do your job, I
you.
like that.
Go, step inside. I'm gonna ask you a couple questions. All right? Here, just listen up. Do you understand each of these rights that I've explained to you?
Yes.
Yes? Having in mind and understanding your rights, as I have told you, are you willing to talk to me?
What if I was just
Yes or no? It's either you want to talk to me or you...
I have nothing to talk to you about, but yes,
Okay.
I'm complying, yeah.
Thank you. What do you mean? I'm cool to you.
Not bad. When is it gonna hurt you? If I that's what I just did. If I were just that's South Park.
I can do this usually later. Yeah, I'll do this later.
At this point, Officer Hare's body camera suddenly cut out, but the GPS tracker on his cruiser showed that instead of going to the jail a few blocks away, he turned onto a residential street and parked on the side of the road, where his cruiser stayed for nearly an hour. About 50 minutes after parking, Officer Hare radioed to other officers for help, stating that he was locked in the back seat of his own cruiser.
Officer, step out of the vehicle for me. Okay, hold on. Let me turn the camera on. She's code 4? She's code 4. Okay. Yeah, I'm turning this on.
After freeing him from the back seat, Officer Hare and the rescuing officer discussed what happened off camera before Hare continued the trip and dropped the suspect at the Las Colinas Detention Center. However, the circumstances around the incident were suspicious enough to warrant an investigation, and the next day, detectives were watching Anthony demonstrate exactly how he'd come to be locked in his own cruiser.
You mind just showing us?
You want me to see how she was made that, or
How you ended up inside?
so yeah, so she was face out, her face was over there, and then I was just like kind of right here. I was like, well, at first I was like, hey, wake up. I was like, hey, okay, blah blah blah. She like, so her head was facing towards that way, and then this is when I was shaking her, and then this is when I went in. But then I don't know if I had my hand like this, and then kicked it with my foot like that, and then I was in. I think I was waking her up like this. I was like this, waking her up. While I was waking her up, I hear the door click behind me.
Okay.
Yeah. And then so yeah, I was like this. And then when I found that the door was clicked behind me, I positioned myself like this. And I already knew that there was no door handle, but I was just like frantic. I was like, I can't get out of here.
Okay.
And then that's when she was able to sit up here. And then I told her, you can stay there, blah blah blah. And I was just like hunkered down like this.
Let me go to the other side, then you climb back in. Okay, go ahead.
Again?
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay. The door, and then as I came in like that, I was trying to wake her up. My feet wasn't this, my feet didn't come like that. And then when I was like waking her up, that's when I noticed that this door closed on me. And then that's when I was like frantic trying to open the door, but I know there's no door opener. And then from then she was able to. So I was like this majority of the time. I was trying to get her up because her face was right here.
Okay.
Right here, and then I was trying to like wake her up to get her up. And then next thing you know, I hear the door close on me. I was frantic. I was looking. And then that's when she started to kind of like, I guess, wake up and get dazed off, whatever. And then that's when I asked her, like, hey, are you having a hard time breathing? She said, no. Do you need medics? No. I was like, okay, all right. Just stay right there. And then that's when I was trying to open the door.
Okay.
And then that's when I went on D2.
All right.
Earlier, inside an interrogation room, detectives had also confronted Officer Hare with the fact that he wasn't wearing his body cam when he was released from the car. Anthony claimed that it had fallen off as he was getting out of his vehicle to check on the suspect, but a later inspection of his body cam and its holder showed that both were completely functional. Detectives also interviewed the female suspect about the incident, and her account didn't exactly match Officer Hare's.
He was like, he said something like, he said, oh, are you single or are you with your boyfriend right there or something? Like, I don't know, I took it like, I don't know how to take it.
So they asked you if you were single?
Yeah, or something. I don't remember how to take it, kind of like laughed it off. I was just like, I don't know, I was confused with how I should answer that. I don't remember what words he was saying. I don't remember what we were talking about. I swear I don't remember what we were saying. And I do, but I do remember like him like I think he might have used an excuse just to come into the back, because he says she's coming to the back because I mean it would have to happen that way, because I don't know why he's like so that he thought that I wasn't breathing right or something, because I was laying down and he said he came to the back, so he was telling the officer after, and I think he might have used like an excuse to get back there with me, but he didn't want to say. I mean, obviously he knows he didn't want to say anything that would get him in trouble, and so he opens the back door. He gets out, opens the back door, and then like he says that the door shut on him. And I don't know. I think it was just stupid.
You said you believed he used that as an excuse to get into the back seat. What do you believe was the reason why he was getting in the back seat?
I mean, it kind of is like only like it can only be like one other thing. Like, why else would anybody do that? And I don't know if he was scared. I think he was scared. Like he knew he fucked up. He was scared, and I remember him.
When you say he knew he fucked up,
he closed the door behind him on accident.
Okay.
And then I was like, oh my god! So I remember I was like, what the? And he started panicking. He started panicking, and he was like, I don't know, he was scared. He was like tripping out. And then he called one of his friends, or he called somebody, I don't know who or how, but he called another officer, and they came to open the door for him.
So did he make any sexual propositions at that tribe at all? Again, this is the one where you're going to.
Yeah, no.
No sexual.
Did you make any comments or sexual propositions to him during that transport?
Does it say it? I don't know. I don't think so. Or I don't. I'm just not like me to do that.
Though the female suspect didn't admit to engaging in anything inappropriate, an examination of Officer Hare's belt found that traces of the officer's fluids were still present on it, indicating that something indeed happened in the hour that they were alone. Detectives scheduled a second interview with Officer Hare a month later to confront him with their new findings, but he resigned the day before the meeting was scheduled to take place. At least their affair was consensual, unlike this next case where an officer used his position to take advantage of an unsuspecting victim.
You got a room?
On April 17, 2022, Officer D'Angelo Reyes was on patrol when he drove by an attractive young woman walking her dog. And instead of waving and continuing on like a normal officer, he pulled up right next to her and began flirting with her as his body cam recorded their interaction.
Okay.
I mean, I heard some noise that direction, but I didn't see anybody.
Oh, do you live around here?
Yeah, I stay at the motel.
Oh, which one?
The studio.
Oh, okay. What's your name?
My name?
Mm-hmm. I'm Eric.
Nice to meet you.
You're sexy. Is that unprofessional of me? I don't know. I'm sorry, but like,
I mean,
I'm just like, damn. You just chilling tonight?
I mean, probably.
Okay. If I'm wandering around, where should I wander?
Probably somewhere around the Studio Star.
At the Studio Star. Okay.
Most people call me Red.
Red? You got a room? Okay.
Just me and my dog Felony.
Oh, really?
Okay. To everyone else's knowledge, their interaction had ended there. But a month later in early June, the victim finally gathered the courage to come to the police department and report what had really happened that day after they'd parted ways. According to the victim, Officer Reyes had demanded her phone number after his body cam had unexpectedly switched off, and later that night, he called her to find out exactly what hotel room she was in. He showed up there a short time later, and upon entering her room, he asked the victim if she was a working girl, a street term for escort, to which she replied no. He then looked up her criminal record, which was against department policy, and remarked that it wouldn't take much to get someone with her record put back in jail. It was at that point that he invited her over to the bed and proceeded to have relations with her before flushing the contraception and quickly leaving for a meeting. On June 9th, days after the victim made the report, Reyes resigned from the department, and the next day he was arrested and booked into the Tulsa County Jail with a charge of first-degree grape. He was released on bond, but in December of 2023, he was arrested again after detectives found evidence in his phone of another incident that had occurred with a separate victim in July of 2020, except this victim had a neurocognitive disorder, and their brain functioned at the level of a 5th grader. Reyes was subsequently hit with another charge of forcible sex, but was released on bond again with a summons to appear in court weeks later to answer for both charges. But come time for his hearing on January 2nd, 2024, he failed to show up, and both a bench warrant for his arrest and a missing persons report were filed. Reyes has not been found, but this next officer wouldn't be able to escape justice after an undercover investigation revealed that he was grooming teenagers to meet with him.
Print out those
That way,
pictures.
I'm a lawyer because this is kind of
I'm uncomfortable with this. This is weird.
On April 30th, 2020, detectives visited the San Diego Central Jail, but not to speak with a suspect, to interrogate one of their own deputies, 26-year-old Jalen Fleer. Weeks prior, the sheriff's department had received a call from a tipster with evidence that an unknown man had engaged in inappropriate acts with a 14-year-old girl. By the end of April, detectives finally connected that activity back to Jalen, and on the 30th, they confronted him at his job with the accusations.
Married? How many kids?
Oh yeah, married. Recently got married this last year in September.
Okay.
We have a kid due on the way in August.
Oh, okay. Boy, girl?
Boy.
Very nice. Unfortunately.
Yeah.
Were you like hoping for?
Oh no, I said looking forward.
Oh, looking forward. I thought you said unfortunately.
No, I'm excited.
How about social media? Are you active on social media at all?
Facebook and Instagram. Had Snapchat back in the day, got rid of that with my wife. I got caught in the academy with her and stuff, some stuff, but...
Can you tell me about that, or?
I mean, it was with another recruit in the academy, but...
Okay. So you're communicating with another recruit?
I was back in, I stopped, everything got cut off, got rid of... I mean, I didn't delete the Snapchat, I just deleted the app, so...
Okay.
I haven't used it for like, I don't know, a year and a half now.
Okay. And then you said you got rid of Snapchat, but when you did have it, what was it?
Just Jalen Fleer.
So the one that you had there, and has that account since been deleted, or just deactivated
That's just delete the app. I think it's still there. I will ask what this is about.
Yeah, so we're looking into some allegations that were made. We're kind of, it started with a Crime Stopper report, so we're just kind of going from there. We did receive a picture that, when we looked into it, it looked similar to you. So I don't know if you can take a look at the picture and just tell me if you've seen this picture before. Whoop. So this picture right here.
Yeah, that's definitely me with the gross one.
Okay, so this picture right here, how old were you when it was taken?
I don't know, 20.
20? Have you ever used this picture on any social media site?
I think it was Snapchat back in the day, yeah.
Okay. All right. Have you ever shared this picture with anybody on Snapchat?
Yeah, probably with my wife, to be honest. I mean, obviously I talked to other girls back in the day too, but I can't remember.
Have you ever posted it as like your profile photo, or ever posted on Instagram?
The detective was trying to establish that the picture of Jalen couldn't have come from a public source, which would confirm that the young victims could have only received the picture from Jalen himself. At this point, Jalen was aware that he was being accused of something and soon began to question whether or not he'd need a lawyer.
They are.
Okay, and I know Snapchat is all private, right? I mean, you have to add somebody.
Yeah, I believe I had to,
You can't just
request a friend.
Yeah, you can't just be anyone. So that one's at least a little bit better, where it's like you have to actively search for somebody, right? Okay, so you in the photo, and is that a gross font? Is that gross font?
Yeah, it's gross font.
Okay, cool. This photo came up in connection with some allegations about you communicating with a younger female on Snapchat.
Okay.
Have you ever communicated with any females that? We've already recognized that yes, you have with your recruit from the past. Is there anyone else you've communicated with on Snapchat?
I mean, back then, no, just close friends and coworkers and stuff like that.
Okay. Anyone recently?
No.
Is there any reason why your phone number and email might be linked to a different Snapchat account?
No, never had another one, just the Jalen Fleer one.
Okay, so that phone number and email wouldn't be attached to any other account? Okay. Your schedule. I know that you work every 7 days on and 7 days off. What is your wife's?
Day shift, so typical 9 to 5.
Okay, so she works 9 to 5 and you work like the complete opposite schedule?
Depends, every 3 months we rotate, days and nights. Can I ask, is this something I should have lawyers on?
So right now, and I'll go over the Bahila with you, we're investigating allegations that were made that you were communicating with a younger female on Snapchat, and potentially some material might have been shared.
Okay.
Some photos, some images. What happened from your side, if that in fact did occur, or if it didn't occur, we want to obviously
Everyone that I talked to, was about my age, I remember.
Okay. So who have you talked to?
My wife. This was back then when I did meet people on Tinder and stuff. But everyone should have been older than that to know of, because Tinder's
Okay, so Tinder, Snapchat, Instagram, Facebook, any other social media sites that you've delved into or used?
No, other social.
We've spoken to, obviously the other parties involved and kind of gotten some of the information. And so the reason why this particular photo was kind of brought up is because this photo was sent to this female, which is why I wonder if this photo would be in anyone else's hands.
I mean, for someone being younger, no, it wasn't anyone I sent younger.
So this photo was sent within the last 3 weeks. Have you sent this photo?
No, definitely not.
Not to anyone within the last 3 weeks? Okay. And you've only shared it with a select few people?
Yeah, that's a long time ago, so.
Okay. So I want to make sure to get all the people you have shared it with just to make sure they wouldn't try to send it.
Yeah, no, I mean, I know there's like screenshots and stuff. I don't remember that one being screenshotted on Snapchat.
Yeah, because Snapchat lets you know when you're screenshotting.
Yeah, he'll tell you. So, that was a long time ago, so I don't know.
You said you've only shared it a couple times?
Yeah, I mean, just a basic photo. I don't want to save that one or anything like that.
So it was either your wife or whoever the other person you might have shared it with that might have shared the photo again? My question is...
My wife would do that.
Yeah.
We've been together and stuff for so long.
Well, so you dated this girl for 3 years, and when you were 20, that's 23, you kindled your relationship with your wife about 3 years ago?
Like literally, it was about a month apart from my ex.
So you've been with her for 3 years, yeah. So you like the long-term relationships?
I've always been in a long-term.
3 to 3, all right. So, this, like I said, this photo was sent to this person, so they were in possession of it, and we can't find any connection or reason why this photo would end up with this particular person if it wasn't shared by someone you may know or yourself.
I agree, yeah. My wife wouldn't have done that, so I don't know why she would share that. So I mean, I met girls on Tinder and stuff back in the day, and yeah, some save stuff, but I don't know who would save a picture like that. I mean, a nude, maybe, yeah, it would save. Not that one.
And there's nothing wrong with this photo, right? It's just
no,
you.
I agree. I don't know how it would get in the hands of a younger person.
There were also some conversations that were exchanged between you and this person.
Me?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I didn't talk to anybody younger though.
Not on Snapchat?
No.
Not recently?
Not recently.
Well, along with the photo came some additional information about your personal life.
Okay.
And based on some of the information you shared with me today, it seems to add up.
Okay.
So is there any reason why the person would say they're you and share your information?
Sounds like it'd be someone that knows me then, obviously. I don't know who. I don't have any enemies that would be doing something like that. Gotta ask what information was shared, what they know.
We know that you're a baseball player.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of people know that.
Yeah, so that information was kind of shared.
Okay.
Your work schedule.
It's been 5 years now I've worked here.
Specifically the transition to 7 days on, 7 days off.
Really? I haven't shared anything like that recently. I couldn't tell you who that would be.
Jalen has done a lot more recently than just share photos. In fact, further investigation revealed that there wasn't just one victim, but rather 4 different underage victims. Aside from the initial victim who Jalen reportedly met up with for grown-up activities, 3 others between the ages of 12 and 14 reported receiving inappropriate messages from Jalen's account, where he attempted to groom them to meet up and perform these same inappropriate acts. The messages spanned between March the 27th and April 8th, just 3 weeks prior to this interview.
So this particular picture came from an account with this username, right? J178211. Okay. And I recognize that your jersey name in college was 17.
Yes, it was.
And then high school was 82, and it was 11. In 2011?
I never had 11.
No, as far as you graduated in 2011.
I did, yeah.
And it goes by J, and it is a Snapchat account that has some links to you.
Okay.
Okay. Jay, I'll be very honest, I want to know the truth.
Yeah, no, I never even heard of that account.
Okay. Have you ever shared any images of your penis with anyone?
Yeah.
Okay. And how many times would you say you've done that?
A lot.
A lot. Can you kind of explain that a little bit more to me?
I mean, my wife, my ex-girlfriend, back in the day, Tinder and stuff, yeah. I mean, I'm sure you know how Tinder is. High school, even, junior high,
Did you ever share any videos of you having sex with anyone?
With anyone? No. I've always had personal videos of me and my wife. That was it. Okay. And my ex actually had one, but...
What does your ex look like?
She's blonde.
She's blonde? Okay. So you've never shared any videos?
No, I have not, no.
Just still shots?
Yeah.
Can you, I know this is kind of personal, so let me know if you get uncomfortable at all. Can you tell me what some of those images look like?
Video I had, I used toys. It's awkward, but yeah, I used toys on my wife and stuff.
Okay. Can you explain the toys? She's your wife, right?
Yeah.
It's your wife, it's intimate, we totally get this, yeah.
Dildos, a vibrator. That's really it. That's all I had.
Okay. Do you guys have a master bedroom?
We do, yeah.
All right. Can you tell me about your master bedroom?
So, I mean, just a big white room, big king bed. I mean, there's nothing really special to it.
Do you guys still sleep in the same room? That's a good marriage.
Yeah.
I say that because people have been married a long time. Obviously, we come into contact with a lot of them. Do you guys have a TV?
We do, yeah.
Okay. What kind of a TV?
Just a Samsung TV.
Okay. So, when it comes to the Crime Stopper that we're investigating and the Snapchat account, and of course your phone number and everything in connection with it, and some of the combinations of numbers and everything there, you can understand why obviously we have a growing concern.
It's weird.
And of course your picture's attached to it,
Yeah.
right? Which is even more like either someone's...
Can I ask what, you said you got new ones too?
There were images that were shared, yes, that...
Can I ask that? I'm sure you got them here. Can I ask to see what they are?
You want to see the picture?
Yeah, so I can get an idea.
Never even that too? Yeah. So I don't actually have a clear shot of one. Yeah, so I did not
Okay, I understand.
print out those
That way to a
pictures.
lawyer, because I'm uncomfortable with this. This is weird. So I just don't want to get caught up on something. I'm working this career. I don't want to get caught up on something.
I fully understand. Yeah. So you can, yes, 100% elect not to speak with us. You are not under arrest at this time.
Yeah, I understand.
Obviously, given the fact that we're here and the fact that we're speaking to you, I know that your bosses are going to want to speak with you afterwards. Yeah.
Clarify. I have a couple of questions, but you don't want to answer, or can I ask you the questions? Because you can choose to answer or not answer. So if I ask you a question, you're like, I don't want to answer that, you can tell me that, just so that we understand, just based on the admonishment she read you, okay? One of my questions was, I think I missed it, but when was the last time that you had Snapchat? Because I know you said you deleted it, but I didn't hear when you deleted it.
I just deleted the app. I deleted that when I was in the academy.
In the academy. When did you go to the academy?
It's like a little over a year ago.
A year ago, so in 2019?
Yeah, right at the beginning of 2019.
And then I just want to make sure that we all understand each other. When my partner says a younger female, you understand that we mean someone under the age of 18?
Yeah, that's obviously why you're here.
You understand that?
Yeah.
Okay. Do you have any siblings?
I have a younger sister, yeah. She's 19 right now. 20, sorry.
Oh, okay. And then my last question was, when she was asking you about the house and the decorations of your house. In any of your rooms in your house, do you have that new look where they have like the barn door, outer rail type thing? It's like a country, I don't know what you would call it. I see it a lot on like those DIY shows.
Yes.
Do you have those in your house?
I do have one.
Okay. That was the extent of my questions.
Okay.
So, do you have any other questions? I mean, can we still ask you questions, or do you want to stop?
No, I want to wait because I'm uncomfortable with this, so I'm going to talk later.
Okay. Okay, so with the next step, however, I'm going to go ahead and pull some documents here for you. So there are a few steps that we're going to be taking after this. Again, you are not being detained by us or anything, but we are acting on behalf of the court moving forward.
Okay.
Okay. So I will give you a chance to read through this. This is a search warrant that was granted this afternoon by a judge.
Okay.
The warrant does allow us to grab some DNA swabs from you.
Okay.
As well as any mobile devices that might be in your possession or potentially in your locker. Do you have your personal phone with you here?
I do have one.
Okay.
Yeah.
Is it inside your locker?
It's on my person right now.
Okay. So if you want to go ahead and hand it to us, we definitely don't need to go in and grab it from you.
Okay.
But the search warrant does require that we take it from you.
Okay.
Following questioning, Jalen was removed from his position at the San Diego Central Jail and placed on desk duty. And after a 3-month-long investigation, he was arrested on July 24th and charged with multiple counts, each of contacting a minor with intent to commit a sexual offense, sending harmful matter with intent to seduce a minor, attending an arranged illicit meeting with a minor, lewd acts upon a child 14 or 15 years old, pandering for prostitution, and arranging a meeting with a minor for lewd and lascivious behavior. He was also charged with 1 count each of attempted lewd acts upon a child and oral copulation by a person over 21 with a person under 16. A year later, he pleaded guilty to all 20 charges as part of a plea deal and was sentenced to 12 years in prison. If you enjoyed this video, watch this one and don't forget to subscribe.